Alright, this is Willis's World, back with the second part of Lahn, the Awakening. The Awakening, very few skills in its kit are quick slottable. There's the 4 down there, and there's like one other that is quick slottable. And that one other is actually the Flow Vice here. So yeah, that's literally the extent of what's quick slottable. But the Flow Vice I took out because it's actually too long of a cooldown to keep a accurate flow. But so these are the 4 skills you'll be using. But there are 2 other skills you will be using, and these 2 skills you want to make sure you're using. The Bridled Despair and the Deadly Dance. And yes, the HP recovery from Deadly Dance is nice. Same with Resource Recovery. They're good abilities. But their bleeding on hit effects is why I say these need to be in your rotation. Because that will be your rotation into them. But back right will do your Bridal Despair. And if you see the bleed up there, it actually got high enough of a bleed count that it had to apply 2 bleeds from it. But then you go into your F, and that doesn't quite get it enough to that point, but they both are applying massive bleeds. And then you just rotate into them. And yes, that is one thing I kinda should have mentioned that I forgot to mention. These 2 are Black Spirit's Rage, but you need to actually manually cast them to Black Spirits them. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, because this already can. With the fact that you have to manually cast this to use it, means its Black Spirits is available to you. Black Spirits is unlocked at level 50 when you complete the Going Beyond quest. So if you don't have it right off the bat, don't be concerned about it. You'll get it once you're level 50. But with Awakening, you don't even get that till 56, so yeah. Once you're awakened, you'll instantly have access to Black Spirits on this. But what the Black Spirits on this will do is it will make it so that it actually stuns in any game mode, rather than just PvE. Your attack speed is increased by 25% for the next minute, and your damage is increased by 30 for the next minute. And you also do 30 hits for 1635% damage, as well as super armor during it rather than the forward guard of the base version. Now the thing is, its effects for the Black Spirits are also combined with its effects from its base. So those 30 hits are applying 30 stacks of 25 bleed. Just a little bit. Even with the fact that its base version without Black Spirits is 17 hits. However, I am someone who has played this character for months, and I have found that if you skill add on Deadly Dance and Bridled Despair with an extra bleed, that bleeding damage per 3 seconds for 15 seconds stuff, it's actually not applying off of skill use. See, that bleed actually combines into the effect of bleed it already has. Now, if you were to use the bleed on any other skill, it would be on skill use, and it would only be 100 tick. But due to how this works, you get your 17 hits in there, you get 25 per hit, so for every 4 hits in there, you're getting 100 bleed. But that 100 bleed actually adds an extra 100 to that tick. So 16 for 400, and then it goes one extra Yeah, so you have 425 from the skill alone, but with the bleed skill add-on on there, that's actually making it a 125 bleed per tick. Yeah. Basically, you go from. It's a lot. Your 425 bleed that the skill itself does, due to adding that 100 bleed skill add-on, increases that to 2,125 bleed per tick. If you want to be melting rift bosses, or you're just wanting a boss alt that can just go in and poke it, get a lot of bleeds, walk away, and have the bleeds just destroy them, the Awakening can definitely do that. But once again, the rotation will be Binding Chains into Eradication, into Bleeding Hearts, into Blood Moon Twist, into Bridal Despair, into Deadly Dance, and then rotate back in. And what that will look like. Yeah, simple enough, right? But that is the Lahn Awakening. And that is Willis's World, signing out.